Yoga, Bombomti, Chini Tanchu,
Y'all pray for me. This is like my 10th time trying to do this video. I can't keep my mouth closed. I got so many opinions. If you do not know who this lady is, it don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. Just stick with me here. Because we just really want the tea. That's all we want. And this going to give you all the tea that you need to know. And you don't need to know no more. I'm just joking. If you want to know more, Nate the Lawyer. You got to go watch Nate the Lawyer. We are here on clickorlando.com. This is going to be a timeline. Here's what to know about prior controversies tied to Orlando Commissioner Regina Hill. We appreciate you, Anthony Talcott. This was published on March the 29th, 2024. I'm going to be honest, I didn't even realize the other 9 times that I read this, that said much. I really thought it was May. I thought it was the month that we was in. And I didn't read this part. I didn't read a lot of this. We are in Orlando, Florida, of course. Orlando Commissioner Regina Hill, 58, was arrested Thursday on charges including the exploitation of an elderly person, among others. The District 5 City Commissioner is accused of exploiting a 96-year-old woman and taking $100,000 from her, state investigators have reported. As the investigation into this case continues, here's a look into the controversies that Hill has previously been tied to. This the shit, y'all. This the shit. 1989 to 2013. Prior arrests. Hill was arrested at least 21 times on a variety of charges, several of which were drug-related. This lady couldn't go work at the bank, but she could be a commissioner. You got to make this shit make sense. Tiffany Henyard is so many jobs that she couldn't have because of her record, but she can be the mayor and the supervisor in charge of people. She don't even know how to run her own life enough to keep her nose clean. All I'm going to say is I am sick of seeing people rewarded because of their so-called success story, because they had a slip and fall and now they recovered. Why are no people who are just regular people, the people who made it through their teens, 20s, and 30s with no arrests, with no drugs? Like we all struggle, we all got our vices, we all got addictions, okay? I done made it through to almost my 40s. I'm not no crackhead. I ain't stole nobody's car. If I go right now, I promise you I won't qualify for no jobs close to what they got. However, many of those charges were ultimately either dropped or the adjudication was withheld, court records show. In 2000, she was arrested on a misdemeanor charge of disorderly conduct by the Orange County Sheriff's Office. She later pleaded guilty to the charge, being sentenced to 179 days of supervised probation and 50 hours of community service. I've never been sentenced to any kind of probation. I've never had to do any kind of community service. Again, is there any towns looking for a commissioner, a supervisor? I won't be no clerk or nothing like that. I don't want to deal with the citizens and their FOIA requests. But I promise you I got these skills, and I've never seen crack cocaine or heroin in person. I've never actually physically laid my eyes on it. I'm sure I've been in its presence, but I've never seen it before. Do that give me any kind of merit? I'm just wondering. In 2005, she was arrested on a charge of marijuana possession, for which she was sentenced to 6 months probation. April 2014 elections. This is the dumbest thing. This is the most unfair thing. And this is the part where I really, because I got this fault when I read it the first time, and it really made me upset. I don't know what it is about the game of politics and the way they play it, but they play it really unfair when they get involved with the technicalities, and the things that they allow to happen is not for the good of the people. It's not for the good of the people. You can't tell me this was the better decision. This is why I don't vote. This is why I don't vote. They will give you 2 piles of shit and tell you to vote between the two, because these are the 2 best piles of shit. And the kicker is the shit gets to run your life. No, thank you. I'll just let y'all decide. And I'll pretend like I'm just happy to breathe the air y'all breathe. Hill faced off against Juan Lenham, son of former city commissioner Daisy Lenham, in an election for the District 5 seat. During the election, Juan Lenham received 36 more votes than Hill. However, neither candidate received more than 50% of the votes, so the race went to a runoff election. Does that 50% mean 50% of the population in the area? Or was there another person? I am confused about that, because how did neither one of them get 50% of the votes if it's only 2 of them mentioned? Where the rest of the votes go? Or did they just not come? Days after the election, Juan Lenham came under investigation by the Florida Department of Law Enforcement as part of a fraud case. FDLE agents said they were looking into accusations that Juan Lenham lived outside of District 5. This is the bullshit I'm talking about. First off, you don't know where he lived at? This is the first, and you had to investigate. You mean to tell me you couldn't just run his license type shit? Y'all didn't know where he lived at. And this is a reason that he can't be the commissioner. This is the reason he don't have what's best for the people. I'm just so confused as to why the reasons certain parts of these elections don't happen. It makes no sense to me. But again, I don't know nothing about nothing. And when I don't know nothing, I just got to mind my business. That's why I just stay out of it. May 2014 elections. Hill won her race against competitor Juan Lenham, earning over 54% of the vote in the runoff election. Despite being attacked as a career criminal by her opponents, Hill acknowledged her history, but she said that what mattered was what she planned to do next. You right. You right, boo. She had a motherfucking plan. When I look at this lady, I know this lady. I grew up around ladies like this all my motherfucking life. She a smart one, a dangerous one you're not going to play with. And I don't mean dangerous like weapons and hurting you and stuff like that. I know a street smart person when I've seen one who's had to learn the street smartness a certain way. I can't really elaborate, because if I start talking about this lady the way I'm going to talk about this lady, the way I did in the previous 10 videos that I tried to film, I'm not going to get the reaction I'd like. I like to say it like that. I just thought about saying it that way. Yeah, I'm not going to get the reaction from others that I like to get from others. So I'm going to keep my opinion to myself and just say, I would have known better. I would have known better. I can spot a CH from a mile away, and I can spot a recovering CH from 2 miles away. Those people are tricky people to play with. You tiptoe. For me, I don't keep people at an arm's length. I keep them far away. If I fuck with you, I fuck with you. If I don't, I don't. When I look at people like Andrew Holmes, I'm going to get to his stuff as much as they put it out. Andrew Holmes, when I look at him, when I see that smile, when I look in his eyes, I know damn well I wouldn't even get that man a handshake. I honestly wouldn't. I would always stand at the back of the room. If you look at him objectively, the way he smiles is something devious. And it's not the smile in them 4 teeth he got in the front of his mouth. It's the smile in his eyes more so. It's the confidence and cockiness that he has with the appearance that he has. There's something suspicious about that. But that's just, certain people have grown up in certain lives. You've experienced certain things. So that's just the things that I built up that I feel like I can spot and be confused as to why the fuck the people don't see it. So yeah, she ain't tell y'all her plan. She ain't tell her plan, but she said what was most important, what mattered the most, was what she planned to do next. That sounds like a threat. She was threatening y'all. Y'all just ain't catch it. I can't believe people voted for her. I just, well, let me not say that. I don't know what area she was in either, so. Sure, I have had some issues in my past. This shit said she was arrested from 1989 to 2013. This is 2014. She didn't even take a break. That's the biggest reason I don't understand why people voted her in. It must have been irresponsible citizens who was voting that day. It must have been like her type of people, if that makes sense, who was voting. Okay. Sure, I have had some issues in my past, but that has built integrity. That has built strength. That has built fortitude. That has built compassion. And the people have connected to that because I have walked in many of their shoes, she said. Is y'all missing shoes? She didn't steal y'all motherfucking shoes. That's what y'all get. That's what y'all get for voting. Allegedly, I'm paying. She didn't walk them all in y'all shoes because she stole y'all shoes. That was some of her crimes. And y'all gonna vote her in. I really don't understand. I guess she was like, let me just vote her in so I know where she at. She ain't gonna keep stealing my motherfucking shoes. Stay out my backyard and just stay in that building over there. Oh my God. Wow, she had no prior. I promise. I really need a job. I am going crazy. After last week, I need a break. I just need a normal job where you give me work to do and I do it. I promise I'm a good employee. I'm still getting good remarks at work. I just hate this job. And every time we seem to have meetings at these jobs, things seem to go left. Things go left. I just need a job that's going to pay me as much money as they're going to do. I promise. I swear. I'm going to do the job. You want me to go out there and make sure the people sweeping the streets, cutting the grass? I could do any of these jobs. I just don't have the come up story, the conniving ways. I don't know people. That's the thing about it too, because you got to know people. And I'm going to say, looking at this lady, I am sure she knew some people. I'm positive. I don't know how she knew them, but I'm sure she did. Y'all got to figure it out. I'm willing to move too. I'm willing to travel to another state if y'all need commissioners, y'all need clerks, y'all need administrators. I can be an administrator. I've been an administrator a long time. This is disgusting. While she had no prior experience as an elected official, Hill told News 6 back then that she was focused on bringing jobs to her district. I implore y'all. She should have had to go out and get one job on her own merit. She should have had to go out and get one job on her own merit. She should have had to go out with her resume, her own merit, not knowing anyone, fill out the resume from start to finish and get a job. If she says that, and you actually elected her. I cannot believe people elected her, and that's what she said, knowing 21 fucking charges. And you mean to tell me she could have got a job at anywhere but fucking McDonald's? Okay. And the government. Oh, let me not forget. And the fucking government. It's only disheartening because I'm telling you, I'm so tired of working, but I'm okay with working. I just cannot find a fucking job in my area that is not killing yourself. They literally want you to kill yourself for no money. Give all. Like, even though I don't have a physically taxing job, I have a mentally taxing job, and they literally want you to take everything that these people are giving you, and they told us, you need to step it up. You need to do better. That's what they said. They're not giving us a raise, so I'm literally getting paid for my 8 hours to do my job. In addition to doing my job, I am supposed to take mental abuse from people because that's what I do. I get verbally abused from people. And I'm supposed to just say, yes, sir, thank you so much. I'm so sorry for your problems. And just be happy to breathe the air they breathe. Fuck no. I can either do my job or take the extra bullshit for the little money you give me, but I can't do both. And then they threaten to fire you. I live in an at-will state. They literally threatened to fire us last week if we weren't in time compliance. Essentially, they gave us a time frame, and they said if you're out of this time frame, you can be fired. And then they said on Zoom, write in the chat that you're clear, that you understand you could be fired. Okay. This lady can do all of this, and the government, I don't even know if you have to fill out an application, or if you're just voted in. You might not even have to fill out an application. I promise you. It's nothing wrong. I don't have mental issues and shit like that. Like, you can do a background check on me. I could do this job. I promise you they would never give me a job. They would never give me a job. But people like this, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's disheartening is what it is. Because these are the people that our money goes to. These are the smartest people. These are the people who actually are supposed to make sure our lives collectively are for the better. And I'm sorry, we're going to get back to the timeline. And then we're going to get to what she actually did. And you'll know why I'm so disgusted. That again, it's put in our face that, no, your vote matters. And this is for the better of the people. And then this is what you get. August 2014, did I finish reading? August 2014, aide arrested. One of Hill's aides, Kara Reeves, this is the same year, was arrested at a movie theater on charges of disorderly intoxication, trespassing, and battery on a law enforcement officer. In an arrest affidavit, police said Reeves had been shouting at the Plaza Cinema Cafe while smelling of alcohol, prompting an officer to ask her to stop. While ordering refreshments, Reeves continued speaking loudly and argued with other guests, causing a manager to ask her to leave. Though she ignored the manager, the affidavit shows. Police said that while placing her under arrest, she continually shouted, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm black." And court records show she scratched an officer on the arm. Oh man, you can, yeah, them better law enforcement be trumped up as shit sometimes. I don't be agreeing with that. That'd be rude and disrespectful, and a lot of times that get dropped, so I agree with that. But could you imagine? That wasn't that bad. That's fine. Okay. Could you imagine that was the commissioner? Could you imagine that was the commissioner? Could you imagine if that was the commissioner? Why is it that a commissioner, or even her assistant, somebody who's in a position for the town, is acting like this? At that point, their employment should be terminated at will. And the next person who can conduct themselves appropriately should be given a chance. I feel like that's correct. Because in a normal job, not to say they would find out about your disorderly conduct and stuff like that, but just so happened, I've worked at a home health care agency before where I did all the hiring, all the background checks. After I do your initial background check, we get notifications every time something comes up on your background after the initial background check. I don't know if people know that. If I got a notification that you got charges, I should look into them, especially if you're a home healthcare worker and you're working in the homes of clients. I think the same goes for stuff like city workers, state workers. The thing is I don't think they even do that. Again, I don't even think she had to fill out an application to become commissioner. Why would she have to do a background check? Of course she's perfect for the job. She walked in and said as much. However, the disorderly conduct charge was later dropped, and despite pleading no contest to the other two charges, adjudication was withheld. Oh, wonderful. She didn't deserve any kind of action. Reeves denied drinking the night of her arrest. Oh, okay. You wasn't drunk, boo. You was acting like that naturally, and that aroma was just your natural fragrance? Okay. Despite the arrest of one of her top aides, Hill told News 6 that she was not connected to the incident. "I'm neutral in this. It's not a Regina Hill situation or a District 5 situation," she said. "Miss Reeves was on her own personal time, and this is a journey Kara Reeves is going to go through, not as the aid of Regina Hill. I like that distance, boo. I like that distance. That was a good statement right there. I hope everybody say the same thing for Regina Hill. I hope nobody was tied to Miss Regina Hill. I hope everything she did to this lady is of her own accord. July 15, home raided. A home owned by Hill was raided by Orange County deputies, leading to 5 arrests. Including who? Including Hill's son, 27-year-old Rakeem Hill, who was charged with the following. And they try to say a house she owns, like it ain't a house she lived in, which she might not have, but I promise you, she knew what the family was doing. She knew what the family business was, allegedly, in my opinion. Wholeheartedly, I believe so. I wholeheartedly believe so, because of the charges. And looking at her, and the charges, and looking at her, and the charges, I get CH all day. And if you don't know what CH is, thank the Lord Jesus, please don't try to figure it out. That's just something I say, again, so people don't try to attack me. Because if I just freely call this lady that, people might not like it. And I don't want you to be giving me no grief, because I'm just calling it as I see it. I don't think it's a vulgar term necessarily. I call myself fat all the time. I done lost about 200 and some odd pounds, 230 pounds. I don't give a damn. That is vulgar to some people. I don't give a damn. I call myself special. I call myself the R word. I'm a retard. People think that's offensive. That is a word I use in my vernacular, in my vocabulary on a regular basis, because I understand what it means when I say it. And I wouldn't say it as much as I could prevent it in the wrong situation. Sometimes there's a Freudian slip, but generally, like I said, I talk to people all day long. I've never called anybody retarded. I done thought it. And I'm sure they didn't understood that's what I felt. I ain't even come close to the word, though. I would never. 27-year-old Rakeem Hill, who was charged with the following: trafficking in methamphetamine. Possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Possession of ammunition by a convicted felon. Possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. Possession of cannabis. I just wonder how much y'all had. And did you share with your mama? Allegedly, in my opinion, I hope y'all ain't hear that. I tried to whisper it a little bit and turn my head, because that's just my nosiness. But some of the questions I be wanting to ask, I do not deserve the answer to. I need to mind my business. But if somebody wanted to tell me, you can let me know. Illicit drugs and at least one stolen gun was found inside the home. According to investigators at the time. However, Regina Hill was not at the home when the raid happened. Of course not. It's just a home she owns. Why would she be there? Around a week later, Regina Hill said she had been unfairly scrutinized for the incident. It's not about the company she keeps. Mind your business. How can you put that on me? Didn't you hear her statement about her assistant? This applies to her son. This is not Regina Hill's son. This is Rakeem Hill's journey that he will have to go through. This lady has no loyalty. It's not fair. I've been a hard-working woman and a mother for 27 years and a nurse for 23. I have reports for 27. I have reports for 24 years. I am trying to serve my community, Hill told News 6. What kind of answer is that? First off, I know she ain't no fucking nurse. I know y'all ain't letting her in the hospital with hospital badges. I promise you, you better not. All the nurses across the world has to unite. If this lady has been allowed to carry a nursing license with the charges that she has, you better get the fuck out my face. You better get the fuck out my face. You better get the fuck out my face. It's no way in hell. She has better not been in there. What does it even mean? I have reports for 24 years. Just because you've been in a position for however many years. There's people who've been in jail for 27 years. What does that mean? What does that mean? You've been a mother for 27 years. Okay, but your child, just at the 26 year mark, he just got the house raided and he in jail. We about to see his mugshot. They got his mugshot on here. What does it mean? 27 years, 24 years of reports. What the fuck does that mean? We also have your arrest record that's gone back to 1989. I was like 2, 3. They voted her in. They voted her in. The charges against Regina Hill were dropped by prosecutors just a couple months later, court records show. Oh my, I wonder. You mean to tell me you found all of this stuff in the house and somehow he was innocent? That is very, very interesting. You know why? Because I think from that, allegedly in my opinion, it's not who you are or what you did, it's who you know. And that's what she went down there and did. She went down there with them 27 years, them 24 years of reports, and she talked to them motherfuckers. There's people in jail for the same crimes for years, wasting their life away. And for some odd reason, he deserved a free and clear second chance, just like his mama did. Just like his mama did. That's very interesting. April 2017, online video. A video posted online by Regina Hill sparked controversy after it led viewers to believe she was under the influence of drugs or alcohol. Wow, really? You mean looking at this lady with all of these charges, including drug charges, you think maybe she might have had a relapse? No, I don't believe that. I don't believe it. Prove it.
On social media shows a well-known Orlando commissioner mumbling.
It's video News 6 has a lot of questions about. We went to City Commissioner Regina Hill's office today to get answers about it. News 6 reporter Nadine Yanis joins us now live. So Nadine, you've been out there all day. What have you been hearing?
Yeah, I've been out here trying to talk to Commissioner Hill because since this video has surfaced, it's been seen thousands of times and it's brought up some serious allegations. But before we aired it, we wanted to make sure that we gave Commissioner Regina Hill every possible chance to respond and tell us what's going on in the video you're about to see.
Out to the people, we're back.
Orlando Commissioner Regina Hill says this isn't her under the influence of any drugs.
I'm not all that cohesive.
It's her as a mother in grief.
Yeah. You want to come in? We'll come in. We're not even listening. Who cares?
This video, which we don't know when it was taken, has surfaced online and on Facebook and on YouTube. And Hill says she doesn't know how it got out.
Power to the people. We know you and we respect you.
But she does know she didn't give any permission.
Yeah, but she's not going to do it individually. She's not going to do it.
News 6 had called, emailed, text message, and even Facebook messaged Commissioner Hill to hear from her about what this was all about. However, after trying to contact her for more than 24 hours and then sitting in her office today for another 3 hours, she sent out her assistant to tell me she wasn't talking.
And her constituents that watch News 6,
They will have access to it.
That was until we ran into her today.
We're just giving you a chance to explain yourself.
I will. I'll be doing it on the District 5 City Orlando website, and all my constituents can get it there.
Power to the people. We're back. Hill said in the video, actually, I'm not all that cohesive. Really? That was an understatement. The commissioner later said in a statement that she adamantly denied the use of drugs. She said the video doesn't show a commissioner high on drugs. It shows a mother in grief. No, it don't. I can say that with confidence. It don't. No, it don't. No, it don't. According to Tallahassee police, Hill's 24-year-old daughter, Aroni, the boys, died under suspicious circumstances. Death. Died under suspicious circumstances death in August 2015. The video depicts a mother who is overcome dealing with the loss of her daughter. The statement reads, Hill had been using video diaries to cope with the grief. The statement continued. It also said the video shared on social media was a personal video that she did not authorize anyone to release. You're not gonna keep fucking gaslighting me. You really not. You released the video, it says. You were using it as a video diary. Now, I don't know who the fuck, I understand with a diary, you might write things to keep them for yourself, but who the fuck would do a video diary if it was only for themselves? Are you gonna go back and look at the videos? Do people go back and read their diary? I don't even think they do that, but okay. So you're not gonna go back and look at the video. You meant to release it to just your immediate family and friends, and then you were gonna say, but please don't tell anybody else, just watch it and feel sad with me and understand what I'm going through. And then what was the point if it was just your video diary and you didn't give permission to release it to others? And get the I'm trying to work on my vocabulary. I'm working on my vocabulary with Auntie Bev. Auntie Bev, she be giving me words, but she don't be giving me words to replace the bad words. I need to replace these bad words because I feel like all I do is cuss. These people just make me so bad. I don't know what else to say to you. It's so ridiculous and dumb. Get the fuck out my face. Like, that's the only thing that make me feel better. I'm trying though. Auntie Bev, give me some words to replace these bad words, please and thank you. It's raining, y'all, in case y'all wanted to know. That was just the phone telling me it's raining outside, but it's expected to keep raining. August 2017, a hotel incident. Regina Hill. What? I feel so bad with people who struggling with addiction. And instead of them actually working on the addiction, they're struggling to fight through the life. I watch people in court all the time who be like, oh, judge, it was hard for me to make it to the probation, the piss, and I couldn't go to the classes and stuff. I feel so bad for people who got kids, got jobs, and got the addiction because they're trying to do the life and the job, and they're not doing a good job. You fucking it up, you fussing at the kids, you nodding off, you sleep, you dropping shit, and then you trying to struggle to fix the addiction at the same time. You gotta stop and focus on one. And you shouldn't be in charge of other people while you're struggling with an addiction. Your mind is not right. August 2017. We're coming from April 2017. Now we're in August. Hotel incident. Regina Hill was found unresponsive on the floor in the DoubleTree Hotel penthouse. How much is she fucking getting paid? I promise you, I don't know. I gotta find me a job. This is so discouraging. To see people like Tiffany Henry. It's the opposite of what you were supposed to feel. To see these people getting these amazing opportunities squandered, they're wasted, and to see who they're giving it to. I'm the one that she's saying she's not my mayor, she's not my whatever, or nothing like that, really. But I'm one of the ones that she's telling me, bitch, better have my money. Like, how discouraging is that? I can't believe this lady has had this job for this long. Do commissioners not have to rerun? Do they not get reelected? Do they just get the job and they just sit there? Regina Hill was found unresponsive on the floor in the DoubleTree Hotel penthouse, prompting hotel staff to call for emergency services. An Orlando firefighter, Joshua Granata, responded to the distress call. Though he didn't initially realize that the woman was Regina Hill, after EMT first responders revived Hill, so you Narcaned her, okay. This is 2017, we in 2024, she still had her seat. But let's continue. After EMT first responders revived Hill, she reportedly began shouting and making accusatory remarks. Yes, when you Narcan them after they done OD'd, they go crazy. Well, some of them do. They do not like to be waking up. They do not know what the hell, why you did that, what's going on, get the fuck out my face, I don't need your help. You just fucked up my high, even though they was dead. It was cursing. I hate you. You're trying to get me in trouble, Granata later told News 6. I hate all of you firemen, and that's what I heard, and I swear to you, I still don't know who she was. And he was the 2017 firefighter of the year. Sir, this is the commissioner that's over top of you. She even over top of you. That's who she is. You better put some respect on her name. According to Granada, the hotel room looked like the aftermath of a college rager, with empty liquor bottles strewn about the room, reeking of cigarettes. He also explained that Hill yelled out, "Stop touching me. All of you are trying to hurt me. You are all trying to do things." Due to Hill's alleged accusations, Granada said he recorded a 30-second audio clip for his and his team's safety. Where's that, boo? We ready. We ready. You better still have it. Don't be teasing us and don't have it, okay? November 2017, complaint filed. A complaint was filed against Hill which alleged that she lived in a low... The fuck? That... She getting paid all this money, don't have to spend it on bills. She's using all of this money to go to her vices. That's why she's in there knocked out, Narcan needed. And you mean to tell me that that's fair? You mean to tell me it's fair? Okay. I just want to make sure. I gotta keep humbling myself and realize I don't deserve what they get. That's why they get it. They deserve it. They deserve it. The rest of us, we deserve the struggle. We didn't do as well as they did. A complaint was filed against Hill which alleged that she lived in a low-income apartment complex despite making over $60,000 per year in her role as commissioner, but she at least lived in the town, which that man didn't, so of course she still deserved this position. The complaint, filed by a family member of one of Hill's political rivals, stated that Hill lived in the landing of Timberleaf Apartments, which required residents to make $39,000 a year or less per year. The complaint included a copy of the lease Hill submitted as part of her election paperwork. Yep. So she submitted it. Y'all thought she was gonna move out afterwards? Fuck no. Man, now she can afford the rent and still have a lot left over. Girl, get the fuck out of my face. I ain't going nowhere either. The complaint included a copy of the lease submitted as part of her election paperwork, where it showed she paid $644 per month for rent, but her name didn't appear anywhere on the lease. Instead, the lease was accompanied by a notarized letter from another woman, which read, "Hill has resided with me since December of 2015 after her daughter's death." But didn't she get elected before that? Oh, okay. I'm confused. You mean to tell me a person who couldn't even afford to have their own place, who had to move in with somebody who was on low-income housing, if this is true, which it's not, if this was true, this person does so well in their life, is so well trained to be a commissioner. I'm a hater if that's what it needs to be. Like, people just be pushing it like, you're a hater, and that's what it. I guess I'm just a hater. I'm a hater. I want to live with somebody, barely pay rent, and make a lot of money, and not be poor anymore. I do want that, and I'm gonna be a hater until I get that. And I only want to do it the way they did it. I'm not going to nobody's fucking college and working my way up the ladder. There is no more of that. There is no more. It is all in who you know. I don't know nobody, though. But I still think I deserve. Damn. Hill later responded to the news about the complaint, calling it a smear campaign. It's not true. Again, it's just not true. "I am working for the residents of Orlando, and that's all I have to say about this," she said. Okay. November 2017, firefighter fired. Granada, oh shit. Granada was fired from his position as a firefighter over the 30-second recording, since deleted. which was played in front of a few colleagues. City records show that this was considered a breach of Hill's privacy, hence why Granada was terminated. Okay, so you can literally OD, need Narcan, keep your job. But if somebody records you cussing and fussing after you came to, you are right. You are right. You are right. The firefighters' labor union held a press conference after the incident saying it was a wrongful termination. Hill later announced that she wanted to press charges against Granada. We also must be concerned that a firefighter who is violating patients' privacy and their rights when they are most vulnerable, Hill said. Sadly, at this point, my privacy has been destroyed. March 2018, son arrested again. Hill's son, Regina Hill, was arrested again after deputies accused him of fleeing a traffic stop and attacking law enforcement. According to the Orange County Sheriff's Office, Regina Hill had been spotted driving over 100 miles per hour and swerving between lanes early in the morning. After a deputy followed him to a parking lot, Regina Hill then backed his BMW into the deputy's patrol vehicle, causing the deputy to draw his firearm and tell Regina Hill to get on the ground, investigators reported. Court records showed that Regina Hill then fled on foot, though after a chase and short struggle, he was ultimately arrested. Marijuana was also found in the BMW, deputies said. Drop them charges, boo. Drop them charges. Drop them charges. I don't even know why you took them in. Regina Hill was eventually found guilty of resisting arrest with violence, though his charges of petite theft and battery on law enforcement officers were dropped. He was sentenced to 18 months of probation. He didn't deserve that. I don't understand what is wrong with y'all. People run from the police all the time and go to jail. He, on the other hand, deserves nothing less than a pillow and a throne to be carried back out to his car on. What is wrong with y'all? December 2018, firefighter faces charges. Following his termination in 2017, Granada was charged with unlawful interception of wire or oral communication and willful disclosure of an unlawful interception of a wire or oral communication. I'm so confused. October 2019, firefighter reinstated. After an extensive investigation, a federal mediator ruled that Granada shouldn't have been terminated for the incident in August 2017. While the mediator said a 240-hour suspension was appropriate, being fired was not. So Granada was reinstated with back pay. God damn. God damn. How much money was that? God damn. However, Granada was ordered to pretrial diversion due to his charges, but the charges would be dropped if the program was completed in 6 months. Hill told News 6 that the ruling was like a double slap in the face. Girl, you deserved it. Turn your cheek, let's get the other side, allegedly, in my opinion. Girl, bye. That was them trying to wake you up. The Narcan didn't work. Sometimes they got to slap you a little bit. Ma'am, come back to us. Don't go towards the light. The fuck? Granted, I didn't look at it like that. I would be upset if I was having some issues and the motherfucking firefighter pulled out his camera. I understand, though, what he was saying. And I promise you, in his eyes, it was more like he needed a body cam at that point. I would have been okay if he had a body cam. Not really, because I don't want you saying my hoo-ha. You coming in, I'm sprawled out on the floor because I done fell and bust my head. I don't want my cooch. I don't want all of that on your body. But you know what I mean. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. He should have had like a mic body cam or something like that. He betrayed the trust of all of our citizens when he illegally recorded myself on one of our calls for medical attention, she said. Like how they always try to draw in the citizens. You was by yourself, boo. You over there by yourself. Because if it was one of the citizens, you wouldn't have gave a fuck. The current case, after several years without a major... Did they really just give her a round of applause because she didn't get... After several years without a major public controversy, Hill once again came under scrutiny earlier this month when she was accused of exploiting an elderly woman. According to court documents uncovered by News 6, the FDLE is investigating whether Hill established a power of attorney over a 96-year-old woman and secured a mortgage for a home in the Lake Man Estates area of Orlando without the elderly woman's knowledge. So somebody who had done well for themselves, made enough money to take care of themselves, had good credit. Your raggedy ass come over here and just step in like Captain Saberho. Oh, ma'am, I'm going to help you out. I'm going to do all these things for you. And you conniving and you scheming and conniving and over here fraudulently, allegedly. It's there. So how is it alleged? But it's okay. Investigators said they believe that Hill's son and his girlfriend lived in the home while Hill lived in a separate house in the Washington Shores neighborhood. The home once belonged to the elderly woman's parents, but Hill wasn't paying rent, the documents showed. According to court records, Hill also used more than $100,000 of the woman's cash and credit cards to buy perfume, stinking ass, clothing, raggedy ass, IV vitamins. I've been wanting to get B12 IV for so long. I see that nurses can come out to the house. It's just like a spa treatment almost. I be feeling sick. I be feeling weak. I really wanted to see if it would help. I can't afford it. I can't even afford to try it. And I damn sure can't afford to use the insurance that I pay for every 2 weeks out of my check to go to the doctors. Because when I tell you the co-pays are so expensive right now, I got medical bills. I thought I was having a heart attack. I went to the hospital. I got so many medical bills. I can't afford it. I can't even afford. I need albuterol. I cannot breathe. I got my last inhaler that I stole from my mama. I can't afford to go to the doctor to get the prescription, then to go to the pharmacy. My prescription's not even free. I can't afford none of this. This bitch stole money and used it to allegedly get IV vitamins, a facelift. I can't believe that when CHs get facelifts, you can still tell they CHs. And when I say a CH, if you by some chance know what that means, I don't know the difference between none of the drugs. So everybody is classified as a CH. I used to call one of my family members a CH and they would always correct me. I never did that. I don't care enough to learn it. Don't do it. If you do it, you a CH. She got a facelift, and I can still tell from a mile away. A trip to Miami, dental surgery, and car insurance. I want to see your teeth. I want to see the before and after of your teeth as well. On Thursday, Hill was arrested on the following charges: exploitation of the elderly/disabled, impersonation, scheme to defraud, mortgage fraud. What we can speak about and what we know from the interviews and what we're allowed to say today is that the victim in this case was not aware of how much she had signed over to Commissioner Hill, said FDLE Orlando Special Agent John Michino. Michino also said that while the evidence shows Hill met the victim through her work, of course, door to door, helping the community. Andrew Holmes met a lot of motherfuckers through his work. A lot of motherfuckers. I'm surprised that there's no more stories coming out just yet with him. But I'm waiting. I'm waiting just in case. I'm here just in case. Hill met the victim through her work as Orlando City Commissioner. None of the charges against her involved her office. The charges today have to do with her acting as a citizen, not in her official capacity, Vecino said. So we need to stay focused on these crimes. She is charged because of what she did as a person, but why was she allowed to have the job, Vecino? And she was that kind of person. This kind of person is who y'all want to be commissioner? Hill later bonded out of jail on $40,000. Who money was that? Who money was that? You mean you got money? You can afford that after you be paying your rent and stuff like that? On Friday, she provided the following statement. It's unfortunate that I have been thrust into these circumstances with these allegations. Unfortunate not just for me, but for the 96-year-old woman whom I've loved and cared for like my own family. I trust in God above all things, and I trust in the process. After 10 years of service for the city of Orlando, I've illustrated my love and compassion for my constituents, my city, and my family. I know the truth. I know I'm entitled to due process in which I trust, and I will await my day in court to prove my innocence. Regina Hill. What's next? We asked about Hill's future as commissioner. Orlando Mayor Buddy Dyer's office said in a statement, "We do not have any authority to discipline an elected official, including suspending them from office, as that power lies with the governor. If Florida Governor Ron DeSantis were to suspend Hill, the city would work with the supervisor of elections to hold a special election to temporarily fill the District 5 city commission seat. Can we do it virtually? I work remotely right now. I promise you. I could go door to door remotely as well. You just gotta get me one of them robots. One of them robots. I don't know what TV show it was, but one of them kid shows where the kid went to school as the robot and the robot just had wheels. You get me one of them. I will roll door to door. I will talk to the people. I will see what they need. I will survey the streets, make sure that nothing looks out of place. Whatever you need me to do, as long as I can stay my ass in the state that I live in. But I need the job. I definitely need the job. I need the $60,000 a year. Can you help me? Can you give me a recommendation? Maybe somebody can add, like, I don't want it to add to my actual record, but maybe y'all can make me a fake rap sheet that could get me into one of these jobs. I just need a couple jobs. Tiffany Henyard only had to break it into entering, as far as I know. Don't that sound stupid? Don't that sound dumb? I don't really want to do the drugs, but if you just say that I'm a recovering addict, it might make me look better in the political eyes, all I'm saying. I just need that recommendation. I need for y'all to say, I recommend this CH right here, even though I'm not a CH. I'll be a CH. I recommend this CH. She has overcome so much, and she wants to do so much for the community. Well, I'm going to run the story and just let you know. She is a 404 not found page per Ron DeSantis. So he did make his decision, but we're going to see how all this go. I'm getting a feeling, sad to say, as I finish up with this reading, that she might even be able to wiggle her way out of it. She going to be able to say that the lady was old and confused and she signed it, but she says she doesn't know because she's old and confused. Plus she's 96 and she doesn't need it anyway. Where's your family? I don't know where she is mentally. Where are your kids? And if you don't have any, you should really, really, really reevaluate your life. I understand you're 96, but just thinking about it. There's a lot of people in your area, locally, that are struggling. You grew up once upon a time. Think about what you went through as a kid. You don't have any kind of feelings about causes. And even if for old people, you don't think that you could donate, give out just $200, $500 here. Just pick an area and say, I want everybody to have $200 if you have that much money. Why are you trusting it to somebody like her who has money? First off, she's making money. She's successful. Houses? Why does she need houses? She can get it herself. She's leeched on to somebody because she's a leech. That's what they do. They look for ways to... You know how you hold on to the back of the bus and the bus will drag you to wherever you need to go for free? It's that kind of leech. You know what I mean? Allegedly, in my opinion. But that's what I mean when I say they are smart. They are smart. I know. You can look at them. You can tell. You have a 2-second conversation. You listen to the words they come out their mouth. Them fast talkers, them slick talkers, them ones who always got a plan, and that plan sound like fucking foolproof. How the fuck you got a plan and we just came up with the problem? It literally just popped up. We ain't even had to try. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know you got all the right answers. Okay. That mean the plan is going to go down with or without you. She threw her motherfucking assistant away. She threw her motherfucking son away. That ain't my child. You better take them charges over there and get rid of them yourself. No, now granted, she helped them, but she will distance herself from everybody and at all costs blame everybody. That 96-year-old woman, it is her fault that this is happening, and she needs to stop. Stop with the mess. I am disappointed in you, miss. Well, I definitely think I am done. I don't even know if this shit made sense, but it don't make sense to me either. So we about even. I hope y'all enjoying y'all weekend. It's a rainy one. It's a gloomy one. The sun ain't come say hi to me. So I'm just, I don't know. I done took a nap and everything. I'm gonna get on with my day. I think I got a couple more videos I might try to do. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.